Today I'm going to be eating exclusively from Japanese convenience stores, which are renowned for their deliciousness, affordability, and variety of foods that are available, including seasonal goodies. So today I'm going to be getting breakfast, lunch, and dinner all at 3 of Japan's most popular convenience stores. And at the end of the video, I'll let you know what I liked the most, what surprised me, and also how much everything cost for the entire day. And spoiler alert, it's probably gonna be a lot cheaper than you think. All right, so we're kicking things off right here at Japanese 7-Eleven for breakfast. Before we go, don't forget to subscribe for more fun Japan content and adventures like this one. All right, let's go find some breakfast. Come on. All right, I have my 7-Eleven breakfast haul. I admit I may have bought a little bit more than I normally would for breakfast. So it might all come out to be a little bit more expensive than I intended, but it should be a really good deal for 3 people. Many of you don't know just how many 7-Elevens there actually are in Japan, and there are over 21,000 7-Eleven locations across the country, making it the most prevalent convenience store in Japan, and it actually first opened in 1974 in Toyosu, Tokyo. At the time, it opened at 7 a.m. and closed at 11 p.m., which was quite groundbreaking because not many stores opened that late or stayed open until that late. And of course, nowadays, 7-Elevens are generally open 24/7 in Japan, so they should probably call it 24/7 instead of 7-Eleven. All right, first up, I'm gonna try the classic Tamago Sando, which is the egg salad sandwich, which is extremely popular in Japan and also sort of viral on social media. And this is one of my go-to breakfast items as well. So let's open it up. Love the packaging designs. It's just so ingenious. The egg salad filling is so fluffy and creamy. And what I really love about Japanese egg salad sandwiches is they don't just use the egg yolks, they also use the egg whites and they cut them up into little chunks. So you get the creaminess and a little bit of like chewy texture from the whites. And in Japan, they'll almost always cut the crust off of your sandwich. So if you're a non-crust person, that's a bonus. All right, now I'm gonna try the coffee from 7-Eleven because it is widely thought to be the best convenience store coffee. And they use an all Arabica blend and all the beans are freshly ground in those machines and freshly brewed. Oh, the flavor is actually really nice. It's a very fragrant, aromatic flavor. It's light, but it has a lot of layered notes of flavor. It's very enjoyable. Yeah, I'd say this is really good, although I did water it down ever so slightly, but it's still really tasty. Now it's time to try the smoothie. So the one that I ended up picking is an acai banana smoothie. This is a newer flavor, I think. When they first came out with these revolutionary smoothie machines, they only had a couple of flavors, so I cannot wait to try the acai one. I just love the machines. You just buy the cups and then you put it in the machine and it adds a little bit of water and blends it up for you. It's so quick and they're very tasty. Let's try this one. Ooh, this is really tasty. It's got plenty of acai berry flavor and a wonderful sweetness of bananas. So it doesn't feel too sour or tart, which I really like. There's also a few other berries like blueberries, strawberries, and sugar. So it's actually pretty simple and healthy. I think this is a great way to start the day and it's really icy and refreshing. All right, so next up is the onigiri. This is a classic snack in Japan, but also a very popular breakfast item. So I got the classic triangular shaped onigiri rice ball with the seaweed on top. I also got another rice ball. So I got one that doesn't have any seaweed, but it has egg and soy sauce inside on plain white rice. Apparently 7-Eleven is credited with creating this revolutionary onigiri packaging design. And what's special about it is it separates the nori seaweed from the rice to prevent the nori from getting soggy. And now it's become so common that all of the convenience stores have this packaging. So I'll show you guys how to unwrap it. Some people think it's really daunting, but it's actually very easy if you follow the numbers. And this one, I don't know if I forgot to mention, but this is a tuna mayo, which is a classic favorite. I know it's not that exciting, but I love it. Everybody loves it. The seaweed is so crisp, and I love how creamy the tuna mayo filling is. It's quite a generous filling. The rice is so fluffy. I love this. This is my classic go-to breakfast. Let's try the next one. I love how easy it is to open almost all Japanese packages, especially at convenience stores. There's a lot of egg yolk. So it actually looks kind of like a raw egg yolk, but I imagine they've tempered it or something. So it's heated and cooked, but it's still ooey and gooey. And the rice is really chewy, almost mochi-like. Oh, that's really interesting. All right, this is my last food, and I think it's the most exciting one of the day. Here we go. Ja-jang. I mean, if you're talking breakfast, you gotta have pancakes, right? So now you can have pancakes on the go. Basically, we have 2 pancake sandwiches that have maple syrup and margarine inside. And you'd wonder, like, how can you just put maple syrup inside and not have it be a mess? So as you can see, there's margarine and maple jelly inside. And this is so clever because it stays in place, but still gives this wonderful flavor. And the texture of the pancakes is so bouncy like mochi. So let's see how it tastes. Yum. Honestly, it is surprisingly delicious. The maple syrup jelly is so good. It really tastes like you're eating pancakes in the morning with butter and maple syrup. It's so crazy, but so creative and innovative. Give it a try when you're doing breakfast in Japan. And now it's time to go to Family Mart for lunch. Let's go. All right, I'm here now at Family Mart. I just crossed the street. It was only a few meters away from the 7-Eleven. And this is a phenomenon you will see a lot in Tokyo because Family Mart is the 2nd largest convenience store chain in Japan with 16,000 stores all across the country. They're the 2 biggest competitors here, and I'm gonna try Family Mart for lunch. They're also known for having a lot of fun collaborations with anime characters and things like that. So it's one to keep an eye out for. Let's go in and find some lunch. Let's go. All right, I now have my Family Mart lunch haul, and I've come to this little park-like nook next to the station, which is really comfy. And there's a lot of people who actually come out to these kind of benches to sit and eat their lunch. So now let's see what's in the bag. First, I'm gonna try the very famous Family Mart convenience store fried chicken. This is arguably the most popular fried chicken option out of the 3 major convenience stores. Family was first released in 2006, whereas the El Chiki from Lawson was released in 2009, and then the Nana Chiki from 7-Eleven was released in 2016. So they're the last to the game. So that's a little history lesson about fried chicken in Japan, but let's try the most famous one. Oh, I really like the flavor of that. I did let it sit for a little bit, but it still is pretty juicy. The meat is really tender. The breading is quite flavorful with the black pepper. These are really popular in the winter time when you want a hot snack when it's cold outside. All right, next, it's time for the main part of the lunch. I thought it'd be kind of fun to do because it's summertime and they bring out these seasonal cold pastas, which to some might sound terrible, but I really like them. Japan does really good cold noodles and pasta. And they also do really good cold soups. So I thought I would do a soup and pasta lunch combo today. So I bought the cold corn potage with actual corn kernels on top and a chilled tomato and shrimp pasta that has a cold tomato sauce and chewy handmade noodles. Probably not handmade, but they're known as nama pasta, which means freshly made pasta, and it's very chewy. What I love again about the packaging, in order to prevent things from getting soggy, they separate things. So the actual corn, they want you to enjoy the chunks of corn, so they keep it at the top in a separate tray. Oh, I really like that. The soup, of course, is really creamy. And it said in Japanese, super sweet corn. And they're not joking. The corn kernels are very sweet. I don't know how they got them that sweet, but it's kind of interesting. If you really like your savory foods, it might be a tad sweet for you, but I quite like it. Let's try the pasta. For those pasta purists out there, you may not be impressed. In Japan, we often eat pasta with chopsticks. And a lot of the pastas available at convenience stores are what you'd probably call a fusion pasta because they're never 100% authentically Italian. They love to change the flavors with the seasons. All of it's very angled toward a Japanese audience. So go into it with an open mind and you may be pleasantly surprised. So here we've got some cheese, we've got tomato sauce, and then some other kind of tomato sauce, 3 shrimp, exactly 3 shrimp, 2 broccoli, and 2 slices of tomatoes. Mix it all together. Oh my gosh. Those noodles are so tender and so chewy. It really tastes like a handmade chewy noodle with like a thick dough. You know what's different is I think that pasta is generally made al dente, so it's a little bit firmer. Japan really likes their chewy noodles, like chewy and soft. The shrimp adds a nice flavor. So I don't know if like you can try this and you can hate on it if you want to. I don't even care if you don't like it. I really like it, but you should all try it at least once because I think a chilled pasta is revolutionary for the summer. And the last convenience store item is, of course, dessert. So I decided to get a chocolate crepe using namachoco. It's a very soft chocolate that's kind of like a truffle. It's got chocolate ganache inside as well and whipped cream. I regret to say that we've left this outside for a little bit longer than is ideal, and it's quite hot outside, so it doesn't feel as cold anymore. Let's try the Family Mart, the crepe. Oh, not too bad. Okay, very melted. But the flavor is still wonderful. It's got a really wonderful, rich chocolate ganache flavor. The whipped cream adds some creaminess, and I will say, the crepe texture is wonderful. It is so chewy. I think that might be the most addictive part about it. So if you like crepes, give it a try. I love that it's wrapped up, so it's really convenient to eat on the go too. Anyway, this is my dessert. Let's go get ready for dinner time. We'll take a little break and then we'll go eat dinner. See you guys at Lawson. I am here now at Lawson. This is definitely the 3rd most popular convenience store chain in Japan with 14,000 stores. Lawson is normally known for its iconic blue and white logo colors. The roots of the store are actually American. It first started out as the Lawson Milk Company in Ohio in 1939. Started by one James J.J. Lawson as a milk store back in the day, and it eventually expanded across the US as a convenience store model. Then it partnered with a Japanese supermarket chain called Daiei, and it opened its first Japan branch in Osaka in 1975. And now it is a convenience store that we all know and love. It sells pretty much anything that you could need in your daily life, as well as a ton of delicious foods. And also, it's particularly well known for its desserts. All right, well, enough history lesson. Let's go inside Lawson and find some dinner and dessert. Let's go. So I was looking for an interesting alcoholic drink to pair with my dinner, and I found this one. So this is a popular Chuhai brand called Hyoketsu, which means frosty or freezing. And what caught my attention about this version of the Hyoketsu Chuhai is it's called mottainai, which means it's a waste. And when I looked into it, it's apparently they're using watermelons that would have been thrown away. Like maybe they're just not up to par for selling at the supermarkets. And that's an initiative to reduce food loss and food waste, which I'm all for. I love that. So I thought I'd try this watermelon Chuhai. It looks very cute. It's 4% alcohol, and the watermelons are from Yamagata Prefecture. Let's have a sip. Kanpai! Oh, that tastes like summer. It tastes like watermelon juice, actually. I don't really taste the alcohol at all. Yeah, be careful. There is alcohol in it, but it really tastes like you're drinking a refreshing watermelon juice in a can. If you're here in the summer, check it out. This is probably a limited edition one because of the watermelon flavors, but hopefully they continue with this series. I love reducing food waste, so look for this Mottainai It's a Waste series. It's really good. All right, so next it's time to try my piping hot, freshly made Lawson dinner. It smells so good. And this egg is an Onsen Tamago or hot spring egg, which is cooked or steamed in hot springs. So it's got kind of like a custardy quality to it. Looks amazing. Let's dig in. That is so good. The egg adds so much creaminess. The sauce is fantastic. It's kind of like your classic teriyaki sauce. And then these grilled pork slices are really tender. It all blends so well together with the rice. You just get this like eggy, saucy rice with these meaty chunks of grilled pork. It's fantastic. I don't know what more you could ask for in a meal. All right, so I decided to get the Lawson Karagun, but the red version because we already tried a classic famichiki, so I thought I'd change it up a little bit. And what I love about the Karagun at Lawson is it comes with this little toothpick, and you can use this to kind of pick the fried chicken out of the box, which is really clever. The packaging is always wonderful. Ooh, that's yummy. Oh, I'm getting a little bit of spice showing up, but not very much. Again, this is marketed to the general Japanese public, and Japan is not accustomed to spicy foods because it traditionally wasn't part of the cuisine. There's just a little tiny hint of spice on your tongue, but barely spicy. And the chicken is really juicy and like umami filled. It's good. So as I mentioned earlier, Lawson is really well known for their dairy and also their dessert. And it started kind of with their premium roll cake, apparently. It's a sponge cake with a wonderful cream filling. And apparently the cream for this roll cake was so popular that they actually launched it as its own standalone product at Lawson for a little while. So you could just buy the cream filling. So I've actually never tried this before because I'm not usually the biggest fan of roll cakes. I just don't find them very exciting. So I don't know, this will be a chance for me to try the Lawson roll cake and see if it's special or not. Here we go. Oh, whoa. Actually, that is much better than I thought it was gonna be. The cream is really special. I was not expecting to say this. It has some really nuanced flavors in the cream. It has a little bit of like subtle, I wanna say acidity. It's a very sophisticated cream filling. It's not just whipped cream. And the sponge cake is really fluffy, very just airy. Very tasty. It's light. I think that's what I love the most about it. It's so light, you could eat several of these. This is very good. Well, that concludes my day eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner at only convenience stores. And it was a lot of fun. I actually wish that I could show you more because there was so much to choose from at each convenience store. And I decided to keep it to a reasonable amount that maybe a person would eat with each meal. So, considering that, I feel very full. I think I ate slightly more than average, at least for breakfast. But considering that, everything was really tasty. But to answer the question from the beginning of the video, what was the best food of the day? It has to be, hands down, the teriyaki seared pork bowl from Lawson. That was wonderful. And the most surprising thing of the day, this drink. Because I really love that they are trying to incorporate the reducing food waste aspect into a product. Let's do the big reveal of how much everything actually cost. The total for the entire day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner was, drumroll please, 4,526 yen. In USD, it is just 31 USD. That's really cheap, I think. 31 USD for a full day of eating, and I think the quality was quite high. What do you guys think? Anyway, that was our little experiment for the day to see how much it would cost if I ate exclusively from convenience stores for the entire day and see what I can get. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys thought, and if you guys have a favorite convenience store in Japan, if you visited before. And if you haven't visited before, I'd love to know which product, which food I showed you today that you guys would most like to try when you visit Japan. Thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, also let me know if you'd like to see more convenience store videos. We might do some more. All right, see you guys in the next video. Bye! If you enjoyed this video, click the photos on the left for more, and click the one on the right to learn more about Buy Food and book your own Japan adventures.